Have you ever sat in a room and listened to someone speak English? Easy, fast, confident, and you thought, why can't I do that? Maybe I never will. I know this feeling well. I had it many times. Today, I want to talk about that feeling, and I want to give you a new way to look at it. My name is Emma, and this is Train Your English Brain. A few years ago, I joined a small English group. People met every week to talk. One man in the group spoke beautifully. His sentences were smooth. His words came fast. He never paused. I sat there and felt small. I thought, I will never speak like him. After the meeting, I didn't feel good. I felt tired, not from talking, from comparing. I went home and thought about it for a long time. A few weeks later, I learned something surprising about that man. He grew up speaking 2 languages at home. English was one of them. He had been using English his whole life. I had only been learning for 3 years. This changed everything for me. I wasn't comparing 2 learners. I was comparing 2 completely different starting points. It felt like comparing a young tree to an old tree and asking why the young one isn't as tall yet. This is the first thing I want you to understand. When you compare yourself to someone else, you almost never know their full story. You don't know how long they studied. You don't know where they grew up. You don't know how many hours they practiced or what help they had. You only see one moment, one conversation, one small piece of their journey, but you compare that one piece to your whole feeling of not enough. That is not a fair comparison. It was never fair from the start. I want to tell you about another moment a few months later. A new person joined our group. She was very quiet. Her English was simple. Her sentences were short. After the meeting, she came to me and said, I feel so bad. Everyone here speaks so well. I feel slow. I almost laughed, but not because it was funny, because I understood her completely. I had felt the exact same thing in the exact same room just months before. Then I realized something important. In that same room, at the same time, 2 people were having 2 very different experiences. I felt behind, looking at the man who spoke fluently. She felt behind, looking at me. We were both comparing ourselves to someone ahead of us, and we both felt small, at the same time, in the same room. This made me see something clearly. There is always someone ahead of you. Always. No matter how good your English becomes, somewhere, someone will speak more smoothly than you. That feeling of behind never fully disappears if you keep comparing yourself to others. But here is something important. There is also always someone behind you, someone who looks at your English right now, today, and feels exactly what you feel when you look at someone more advanced. You are someone's fluent person already, even if you don't feel that way yet. So, what should you actually do with this feeling? The first thing is to notice when you start comparing. Just notice it. Don't judge yourself for it. It is a very normal habit. The second thing is to ask yourself one simple question. Am I better than I was last year? Not better than someone else, better than your old self. This question changes everything because the answer is almost always yes, even on days that don't feel like it. The third thing is to remember the quiet woman from my story. Somewhere, right now, someone is looking at your English and feeling small. Not because your English is perfect, because it is simply ahead of where they are today. I still meet people who speak more smoothly than me sometimes. That hasn't changed, and it probably never will completely. But now, when I feel that small, familiar pinch of comparison, I remember something. I am not behind. I am simply somewhere in the middle of a very long road, just like everyone else. Some people are a few steps ahead of me. Some people are a few steps behind. That has always been true for every single learner English anywhere in the world. So next time you feel like everyone speaks better than you, try this. Look around the room in your mind. Somewhere, someone is comparing themselves to you, right now, this very moment. You are not behind. You are simply in the middle, exactly where every learner stands at some point. Keep walking your own road. That is the only race that actually matters. My name is Emma. I will see you in the next episode.